Every year we introduce new gear to our setups. Some do not work out as planned, while others become our new favorites. Last week it was all about the gear that we regret buying. But today it is all about 4 pieces of gear that worked out the best from past season. And 2 of them was a bit unexpected. After last week's video about 3 pieces of gear that didn't turn out the way that I hoped, it was so fun to read all your comments about your gear fails and regrets. And it was more people than me who agreed to that the poncho tarp is not a good piece of gear. Well, now today it is quite the opposite and all about the gear that turned out just great. So no time to waste. This is the first one out from the best gear from the past season. I just love to go as light as possible on my hikes without sacrificing comfort or safety. So the change from a pair of Gore-Tex pants to a rain kilt wasn't something I was very sure would work out for me. A bit of a wild card. To go from full coverage with the pants to just below my knees with a rain kilt meant that I would expose not only my lower legs to the rain, but also my shoes much more. It sounds a bit stupid really to expose these areas when you can protect them, but I already have trail runners without any Gore-Tex, so they are going to be wet anyways. And secondly, my pants are very thin and dry out very fast. And the best thing, the kilt was almost a third of the weight compared to my older Berghaus Packlight over trousers. 88 grams compared to 224 grams. I just had to try. And as you understand, it worked out just great. I used it on all my hikes since I bought it. And it's a no fuss putting it on or taking it off. You don't have to remove your shoes or anything. The only thing I would like to add that if you're thinking about changing from pants to a rain kilt, you need a thin and quick drying pant like the Montane Terra pack pants and a pair of trail runners without Gore-Tex. Otherwise your pants will get wet and stay wet, just like your shoes or boots. Don't use boots. Just like we all know, Gore-Tex boots and shoes take forever to dry. Now, buying a tent ain't easy. We all know that. And the last couple of years I've been using a trekking post supported tent, the Seek Outside Eolus, which by the way I will do a review on later this spring, and a smaller one-person tunnel tent from Hilleberg, the Enan. Those 2 are great tents, but maybe not ultra light. But with a weight above just 1 kilo, they are a bomb-proof shelter for hiking in the forest and up in the mountains. Now I just love these tents, but I was a bit curious to try a freestanding tent to get a little bit more volume inside and more room for me and my gear. I felt a little bit cramped inside the Enan, and I don't always bring my trekking poles, so a freestanding tent felt like the obvious choice. The Big Sky Revolution 1.5 ticked all of the boxes for me. It was a double-wall, roomy, one-person shelter, not too heavy and around 1.3 kilos, freestanding and a nice-looking design. But there aren't many reviews out there on this tent, so just like the kilt, it was a little bit of a wild card. But I am glad I chose that tent because I haven't regretted it a second. And I've used the tent on all my hikes since I bought it. Is it the absolute and best lightweight freestanding tent out there? No. But it is a good quality, roomy, storm-worthy one-person tent that is well put together, and it comes with a reasonable price tag. So I do recommend it as an alternative to a Big Agnes Copper Spur, for example, or maybe a tarp tent double rainbow. If you're interested to know more about this tent, just watch my review linked up in the corner. If you're still watching this video and like what you see and are all into hiking, reviews and backpacking thoughts, and often from an ultralight perspective, don't forget to subscribe. Shoes, shoes, shoes. If buying a tent is difficult, it is nothing compared to buying shoes or boots. Oh my god. I have at least 2 pairs just laying around at home that didn't work. And the worst part is, you don't know until you try them. Meaning, you will probably end up with a lot of blisters and a ruined hike. And when you get home, you can't return them because they are used. Before I ended up in a pair of Altra Timp 3s, I used the Craft Spartan. And when I tried them out on the shorter walks, they felt great. But after using them on a hike and like after 50 kilometers, I could feel that they were not right for me. No, they had a good grip, nice look and everything, but they were a bit too narrow for my feet and also the cushioning could be better. So I did a bit of research and bought the Altra Timp 3s, despite that 50% of the reviews was bad. Well, everyone says that they are comfortable, but with two big downsides. Number one is the grip. It is not a Vibram sole on the Timp 3s, so they are a bit slippery on wet rocks and roots. And to that I have to agree. A Vibram sole is the better choice, but that doesn't mean that the grip on the Timps are bad. The second downside is the lifetime and how they wear down pretty quick, and all the reviews on this shoe, or any other Ultra shoe for that matter, say the same thing. But I have used them a lot and also have a friend, yeah, that guy, who also uses them, and we have had no problems with the wear on these shoes. Now, we are not thru hikers or anything, we don't hike like 6 months straight, not even close actually. No, we are weekend warriors with occasional weekly trips, so our experience comes from that. And we are both happy using the Timp 3s. And actually, my friend, yeah, that guy again, he had a lot of problems using other shoes, always had a lot of blisters after a hike, but when it changed to the Timps, no problems whatsoever. And if that isn't a good reason to use them, I don't know what is. Altra Timp 3s is a super comfy, wide toe box shoe with a zero drop and good cushioning and a fairly good grip. Only downside, well, they are a bit expensive. If you want to know more about the Timp 3s, check out this review, linked up in the corner. No backpacking without a backpack, so it is an essential piece of gear. And like many other things, the number of alternatives out there is huge. Everything from the bigger companies like Osprey to the smaller local cottage companies. Then you also have a lot of different fabrics to choose from, if you want with or without pockets, if you want load lifters, and well, yeah, the list goes on, and it is difficult to find the one. I have used backpacks from Fjällräven, Osprey, ULA, and now last year I tried a backpack from a smaller cottage company, Atom Packs, and the Atom Plus backpack. Now, if you have followed my channel for some time, you know that I love this pack for its simplicity and being lightweight and all. Only 756 grams with a 50-liter capacity. For short, it's a great pack. Very durable, lightweight and comfortable pack with just a number of smart solutions you need for it to be a perfect companion on your hikes. I did a review on this pack last year and also a follow-up 1-year experience episode on it. So if you are interested in this pack and want to know more, I do recommend you watching these 2 episodes. If you liked today's episode, take a look at these recommendations on my other videos. And do like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. See you next week. Bye bye.